Hey guys, welcome back. This is a continued video from the previous video, third video, where we just installed the Protractor using Node.js, and we seen how we just ran it from command prompt and seen how it is invoking and just the very basic. Now we will do a deep dive into the code and we will see how it looks. So let me open the code. So this is your visual code. So this you have you have to download from the website which I shown you in the previous video, which is here. Once you download and install, you will get something like this. So to export a project in this, you have to click on file, then you have to say open folder. Now open folder, it will show you it will open an explorer. In this explorer, if you remember, I created that folder somewhere in YouTube and I think its name was PR demo. Select that folder and select it from here and it will open that folder for you. Let me cancel this welcome screen and you can see this was our folder. But I'm not interested in node modules. I'm really interested what is inside it. So let me export that module directly. So I will again go, I will say open folder, inside PR demo, inside node modules, I have something called Protractor where they gave me an example. So you can see this example here. I will go inside it and I'm able to see Angular material. So this is our project name. So you can consider this as our Angular project given by the Protractor team to play with it and see how it works. Now here you can say previously we changed this file name to AAA in our previous examples. So I will just rectify it and I will change it back to conf just to keep it symmetric. So we have three files here: configuration file, input spec, and mat paginator spec. So what is a spec? What is a conf? Let's start from conf. So in configuration, the first thing is capabilities. So the capabilities means what are the capabilities? These are the actually capabilities for browser. Like what is the name of the browser, or if you have to give some Chrome options, or you have to tell them other things like if you are using any cloud-based solution like Sauce Lab, then you have to give a build name here. You have to give a platform if you are using a Sauce Lab, like this Chrome you want to invoke on Windows or where. We will see all those things in our following series, so don't worry about it. And if you remember, I was telling about this Jasmine thing. So now let me zoom a little bit on this so that you guys can see clearly. Okay. So here, this in this Jasmine. So one more thing, we discussed Cucumber and Jasmine in our first video. If you remember, I was telling you that when you are setting this Protractor, you have to make your choice. You have to think. You have to go with BDD Cucumber or you have to go with Jasmine. Okay. Why I was telling you that is, this in Jasmine specs looks like this. You won't get any of those steps which you are getting in Cucumber, which we will see later if you are not familiar with it. It's not a given when then thing. But the main thing to remember here is Protractor doesn't come with Cucumber. So Protractor, the inbuilt support from Protractor is only given to Mocha and Jasmine, not for Cucumber. But for Cucumber, there are many custom frameworks which you can install and you can use that too here. So we will be going with Jasmine first in first few series, and then we will switch to this Cucumber thing. Other thing is specs. You can see here, specs means it's just like the features. Okay, what are the files you want to run? We will go inside these files and see what are these files. So these are your test files where you have written your test cases. Promise manager, we will see this afterwards. It's something related to promises. You can use your own promises like chai or something. And then you have node options. Node options means default timeout interval. If you will say this is in milliseconds, so this is 30 seconds. So in 30 seconds, if it is not able to pass the test, or if it is hanged somewhere waiting for some element, it will fail. So these are the basic things you will see in conf. So what is the most driving thing? Like what are the drivers here? Drivers are Chrome and this file. So configuration is saying to Protractor to, hey, use this browser, means go and invoke a Chrome driver from driver manager, webdriver-manager, and then run these spec files. So it will come, it will first run this input spec, then it will run mat paginator. Let me see what is there in input spec. So this is my first time actually I'm seeing this file. So you can see describe. So describe, this is, you can think of a feature, like, okay, what you are gonna test here. For an example, if I will tell you, if some guys are familiar with features in Cucumber, it's just like a feature file. So in feature file, you will write what is the feature is about, and then you will start writing the scenarios. So in same way, this feature, the describe here is a feature, and these are the scenarios. So you can have more than one it conditions here. You can have multiple it condition, which we will see afterwards. So what is this? Like what is this it and what is the describe? So for the guys who don't know Selenium and Cucumber, and this is your first time in the testing, let me give you some analogy. Let's say you want to test a functionality of login. So in login, whenever you give your username and password, if it is correct, it will log you into the system and it will bring you the home page. If you are giving a wrong username password, it will give you a message username and password is wrong. If you are not giving a username, you are just giving a password, then it will give you some message like password, please provide the username. So these are some of the scenarios you have. So whenever you will write those kind of scenario in describe, you have to write validating or testing login functionality. First is it condition, you will give a positive scenario. When user enters username and password, he logs into the system. Then you can copy this thing again, and in second it condition, you can write here, you can write something like when user is not entering his first name, he gets a prompt message to enter first name, and then you can write your scenario here. So these it conditions are for writing scenarios. So let me show you here something more senseful. Yes, you can see here. So don't be afraid like by seeing all these things. You can see describe. It's saying Angular material paginator component page. So it is just validating this page. Now these are scenarios. It's saying should navigate to navigate page, should navigate to next page, should navigate to previous page, and all these things are the scenarios. Now let us go on the first and see how it runs. We will run only one. We will go deep inside it and we will see what it's doing. So let me increase the font size and I will come back. So here now we will see, we will do a deep dive inside this code, which is the first one. We will run this, we will see what happens, and then we will see why it is happening, which is very important actually. So first of all, if I want to run only this spec, what I want to do, I will go to this conf, I will comment the second one, and I will run only one spec here. Once more, I want to bring something in your notices. This is Angular, this is a JS, JavaScript. Okay, so we will in our future videos, we won't be using JavaScript, we will be using TypeScript. Okay, so it's nothing, it will be just change of font and you will see many good features there, and I will give you a like short description what is a TypeScript in that video. So when we will come here, you can see, let me break it down. Okay, it is navigating to browser. So this browser, so in Protractor, this browser will be available all through the project, so you can use this browser anywhere, and this browser is the same like Selenium browser. And for the guys who don't know what is a browser, you can think this browser as your real browser. Okay, so you have Chrome browser, you have other browsers, so this is the same browser, and you can do all those things with this browser which you can do by interacting with your real browser. So since this is running too fast, let me add some weight here and just see what is happening inside. So to adding the weight, we have to write this browser dot, and you can see it's giving me some of the options here. I need browser dot driver dot sleep, and I want to sleep this code for, let's say, 2 seconds, and I want to use this everywhere. So let me copy this line from here and paste it after each line. Okay, now we will pair these two so we can see why it is waiting and for what it is waiting. Now first of all, let me see what it will do. Oh, I did a mistake. It's double EP. You will see these mistakes in whole video. I am pretty good in making spelling mistakes. Okay, now it will first navigate to this website, then it will sleep for 2 seconds. This is in milliseconds, guys. Please remember, this is in milliseconds. Okay, then it will go and find this element. So I do not want actually 2 seconds when it is finding this element. I just need a wait before it do some action. Now it is saying send keys. We will see everything. I'm just showing you what this code is doing. Then it will say expect and it will validate something. So let me run this code, and you know how to run this code. So for the guys who are new to Visual Code, we do not need to open this browser outside. We can open that browser here and we can see what is the console. So it will always point to my current folder where I am. So I'm in YouTube. You can think of this as my project here. Now let me run it. So it's protractor conf. Okay, it's opening something for me. It opened this website and it came out. It was too instant. Am I running the same thing? Let me double check. So you can see in code actually. It is finding 2 elements, but it's not failing. Let me increase this wait a bit more. So I will wait here for 4 seconds. I will again run this thing. It came. It's trying to load this page. It loaded this page and again it was too quick. I think I have to increase all the waits for 4 seconds. I will run again this thing. Bear with me. It's loading the page. Okay, it's typing invalid and it's matching the wording. So if you will see, let me stop it here. So after it types the invalid, I will hold this browser just to show you what it's doing. So it will navigate there. It will get a element of this field where it want to enter invalid, and it will write invalid. So you can see here in this part of the screen, I do not want to interact with this browser, otherwise it will just close my test case. It will think someone externally is trying to do something on this browser. So here you will see it downloaded and it came back. Okay, so how it's doing those things, how it is loading the WebDriver, and how these things are happening. Let me remove this sleep from here, which will be good. We will see now. So let me go back here and increase these fonts. Okay, I think these are enough. Okay, so the fonts are good now, I think. Okay, a bit more. No, this will be too much. So now we are I think I should explain those things now. So if you will see, I kept a 4-second wait here. I kept a 4-second wait here, and I kept a 8-second. Let me change 4-second wait here. When I ran this test case, you will see it ran in 18 seconds, or I think in less. Let me run again. Just spend 6 more seconds with me. You see, so this is running, I think, in around 10 seconds, 5 seconds. How this is happening? Why it's not waiting for this? I have added the sleep, so there is a reason behind it. The reason is in Protractor. So this is a very important concept for all the guys who are coming from the background of Selenium and you're trying to do something on Protractor. It's not Java. So in Selenium, if you'll write 5 steps, the first step is executed in Java, then only it will come to the second step. But here, everything is promise in this. So what is a promise? So just to give you a quick view on promise, and if you need more, just please comment here, and I will add one more video on the promise and async functions and wait. Here I'm just giving you an overview of those things, and I think I'm just stretching this video too much. So after this wait function, after explaining the promise, I will terminate this video and I will create a new video for that. I do not want to make these videos lengthy. So why these browser sleep is not working? So the important thing is, in Protractor everything is a promise. So all these things are promise. And now what is a promise? Promise is like something you say, you tell someone, like you will tell your son that, hey, I promise I will give you a phone on your birthday, or I will give you just a phone as a gift. And that is a promise. Now your son is not waiting for those things. Your son just moves on, he's playing, he's doing all the stuff, but he knows that you will give him phone back, like you will purchase him a phone. Now there are three things which can be there. One, the promise rejected, you are not going to give him a phone, or you gave him a phone, so your promise is resolved. And when promise is resolved, you're giving back him some input, like you're giving a phone. Either you're not giving anything, you're giving some replacement for this phone. So similarly, when you will see this analogy here, in this it's saying, the browser is saying, okay, I'm promising you to open this URL. Then you are saying, hey, wait for this element to appear. This is also a promise. It is saying, okay, I will wait. Now you're saying, hey, give me, read this element. Now if this first thing is a promise, if this is a promise, it is saying, okay, I will open this website. So what compiler will do? It will execute 7th line, it will execute this lines, and it will come back to on the 30th line. And what? In a case, if this takes like 5 seconds and your compiler comes here and it will started searching this element, it is not there, it will give you error. It will say, okay, this element is not there, or it won't wait for it. So what I can do to wait for these promises? So unless it resolves this promise, I do not want to move ahead. So in JavaScript, you have something called like dot resolve, or the dot then you will get a resolve and you will do all those things. Here also you can do a same thing. Here you can say dot then, and you can write your code here. But the better way is the await function here. So whenever you are adding a sync in any method, the whole method becomes a promise. And when you are saying await method here, it means, hey, wait for this promise. It means if you are saying your son that, hey, I will give to you a mobile phone, he will say, okay, I will wait for it. He will be just standing and waiting for you till you completes, rejects, or fulfills your promise. Once you're done with this, it will move further. So if you want to go deep dive into this, just please comment here and I will add some more videos. So what is happening here is, whenever I'm saying this thing, it's giving me a promise. It's saying, okay, I'm promising you I will wait for 4 seconds. Then it is coming here, it's executing it, it's coming here, it's executing it, it's coming here, it's saying, hey, I'm again promising you I will wait for 4 seconds. Then it's going here, it's not waiting. Why? These are the promises. But I want to force the browser to wait for my promises. What I will do, I will use this wait here. I will also do a wait here, await. Okay, and do we have anywhere? Okay, wait. I told you I can do very good spelling mistakes. Even I can do a spelling mistake in my name. So you can see here I have added this function. Now we will see how this works. Now you can see it's loading this page. It's loading this URL which we gave to navigate. It loaded this page. Now it's not running too fast, it's waiting, and you will see it will enter invalid somewhere. Oh, see, email. It entered the invalid. Now it will wait for 4 seconds and then it will come out. Now you can see the total wait time is 29 seconds. Previously, it was 5 seconds. Okay, so you can see it took some time in loading and it waited for 12 seconds, and previously it ran in 6 seconds, so you can think of 18 seconds and 10 seconds in loading. So this await concept is like very important thing. One more important thing is you cannot use this await anywhere. Like if this function is not async, if I will remove this thing from here, you cannot use await functions. Okay, so this await function can only be used, in async function. So if your function is async, it means it is behaving as a promise. All these await keyword will work here. And now we will go one by one line in our next video and we'll see what this code is doing. And this is just the basic thing I'm just going with you, so you will be aware of what is a protractor, how it works, what is Jasmine, what is describe, what is it, and then slowly we will move to build our robust big frame. So please do subscribe this channel, guys. See you in next video. Thank you.